Have you ever been told you're too different, too crazy, or too ambitious for your own good? Imagine being beaten in school, ignored by your peers, and told over and over again that your ideas are impossible. That was the childhood of Elon Musk, the boy from South Africa who grew up isolated, bullied, and underestimated. Yet this same boy would one day rise to become one of the most influential billionaires in the world. The man who dared to take humanity to space, who built Tesla, and who changed entire industries. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. He didn't come from privilege or wealth. His childhood was difficult, filled with loneliness and hardship. At school, Elon was the odd kid. He loved books and technology more than sports, which made him a target for bullies. They beat him so badly once that he was hospitalized. Imagine that, already feeling out of place, and the world around you makes sure you know you don't belong. But here's the thing. Instead of letting pain break him, Elon used it as fuel. He buried himself in books, teaching himself programming. At the age of 10, by 12, he had coded and sold his first video game. Even then, his mind worked differently. While other kids were memorizing lessons, Elon was dreaming about rockets, electricity, and changing the world. Growing up in South Africa during apartheid also gave him a strong sense of resistance to injustice. He knew early on that he didn't want to stay there. He wanted bigger horizons, greater opportunities. So at 17, with very little money, Elon left South Africa and moved to Canada. Think about that, a teenager, leaving everything behind, chasing a dream no one else could see. From Canada, he would later move to the United States, because deep down, he knew this was the place where impossible dreams could become possible. But life in America wasn't easy either. Elon struggled financially, sometimes living on $1 a day. He worked odd jobs, studied at university, and kept dreaming bigger than anyone around him. Where most saw problems, Elon saw opportunities. He once said, "I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary," and that choice became his compass. His first big success came with Zip2, a company he co-founded that helped newspapers create online city guides. He sold it for $300 million in 1999. For the first time in his life, Elon was wealthy. But instead of retiring or enjoying luxury, he immediately reinvested everything into new ideas. He co-founded X.com, which later became PayPal. PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Elon Musk was now a multimillionaire in his early 30s. But here's the difference between Elon and most people. He wasn't satisfied. He didn't want to just make money. He wanted to change the future. He poured nearly all his fortune into 3 industries everyone thought were impossible: space exploration, SpaceX; electric cars, Tesla; and renewable energy, SolarCity. And this is where the true test of Elon Musk's life began. SpaceX failed its first 3 rocket launches. Each rocket cost millions of dollars. The 4th launch was his last chance. If it failed, the company would collapse, and Elon would be bankrupt. He said he was so stressed he could barely breathe. Imagine risking everything, your money, your reputation, your future on one more attempt. That 4th launch succeeded. SpaceX became the first private company in history to send a rocket into orbit. That moment didn't just save the company, it changed space exploration forever. At the same time, Tesla was fighting for survival. In the early 2000s, almost nobody believed in electric cars. Investors laughed at him. Big car companies ignored him. Tesla was running out of money. Elon had to borrow money from friends to pay his rent. He invested every last dollar he had into Tesla, at one point sleeping on the factory floor while engineers worked. He didn't just invest his money, he invested his soul. Slowly, the tide turned. Tesla released the Roadster, then the Model S, then the Model 3. Today, Tesla is the most valuable car company in the world. SpaceX launches rockets regularly, and is even working to send humans to Mars. Elon Musk, the boy who was bullied and beaten, is now the man who redefined industries and inspired millions to dream bigger. But what's the real lesson here? It's not just about business or billions. It's about mindset. Elon Musk teaches us, failure is not the end. He failed 3 times with SpaceX, but he only needed one success. Discipline and obsession beat talent. He worked longer hours than anyone else, sleeping in the factory, proving commitment is stronger than comfort. Dreams require sacrifice. He risked everything: fortune, reputation, even his mental health to chase his vision. Ordinary can become extraordinary. Elon was not born a genius billionaire. He chose, again and again, to keep going when others quit. He once said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." So ask yourself, what dream are you ignoring because it feels impossible? What risk are you avoiding because you fear failure? Remember, Elon Musk faced ridicule, rejection, and near bankruptcy, but he refused to quit. The truth is, greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It is available to those who dare, those who persist, and those who refuse to give up. Elon Musk's journey proves that it doesn't matter how many times you fall, what matters is that you rise one more time than you fall. From a bullied child in South Africa, to the edge of bankruptcy, to becoming one of the most powerful billionaires on earth, Elon Musk is living proof that the impossible is possible.